Back on the $500 money, Carlo, and we're sitting in the car with the car running, and we got track off light on, that shouldn't be on. We got ABS, and I popped a check engine light while I was at the donut shop. That's bad. Look, I went in the donut shop and my dashboard was clear. I bought two chocolate donuts and came out. I know I shouldn't have been eating that crap. And I came back out and the check engine light was on. And I think they should do that to a lot of people. When you be eating bad, your check engine light comes on. But here's what we're gonna do. My code reader was messed up, so I had to order a new one from Amazon, which is en route. Hopefully it'll show up today. But the mechanic, some local little crappy mechanic, I just wanted him to, plug his computer in, and he told me, he said it's $300 for a diagnostic. So he wants $300 to plug his computer in my port and tell me why that light is on. So I went to Walmart and I picked up this for $19.95. I think, do I have it upside down? Yes, I do. Yeah, there we go. Okay, oops. All right. I got this for $19.95 from Walmart. There's not anything like the one that, that I'm waiting on, but what I'm saying is this is going to tell me why that check engine, well, from what I've researched, it's going to tell me why that check engine light is on. It might not, but we're going to find out right now. So if you hold on, I don't have a camera stand and I'm sitting in the car. Let me plug this in. And we're going to read the code right here, and I'm going to show you how not to let mechanics rip you off, because this is a prime example of how people lose hundreds and thousands of dollars dealing with shady mechanics. I'll be right back. Let me plug this in. Okay, we're plugged in. Here goes. Let's see it right there. Can you see that? Why is it not showing up? I can see it, but the camera can't see it. So I don't know how that is. But anyway, there we go. Okay. Let me figure out how to do this, because this is a brand new code reader. Come on, code reader, do something for me. One code found. Okay. This thing won't show, it's not showing on camera. See that? Read codes. It says one code found out of 6. So let's see what this code is. Come on, $20 reader. Okay. That's the code. P0440 evaporative emission systems. Man, that's going to be a lot of money. I mean, what I'm saying is, okay, y'all saw what I read, right? Now that's P0440. Now, I was going to have to pay $300 for the mechanic to tell me that. Now, we don't know what that code is. Well, you don't know what it is, or maybe some of you do, but I already looked it up. My new code reader would have told me what it was. But this is what it is, more than likely. There's a sensor back there by the gas tank that could have gone out, but that's probably not what it is. When you see that, let's get up that P00. I'm gonna tell you what that most likely is. It's most likely a gas cap. This is the gas cap right here. Now, look closely. Closely. Don't look at my dirty fingernails. I work hard. See all those cracks in that rubber seal down there? See it? See the cracks? My shaky ass hand. Okay, those cracks are what's probably causing that check engine light right there. Those little cracks. Those little bitty cracks. When you see that, you know that will pop that code. So here's what I did. I went down to AutoZone and I got me a new fuel cap and I'm getting ready to clear this code. I'm gonna go ahead and erase this code and take that off, and let's start the car back up again. I'm gonna show you what else I'm gonna do. So we solved that problem. Instead of paying a mechanic $300, you see the traction system light on? Now, instead of paying a mechanic $300 to tell me, not to fix it, but to tell me what was wrong. Well, if I don't know anything about cars, and my check engine light comes on and all it is a gas cap, I gotta trust you to be honest with me. You see what I'm saying? So all I really needed was a gas cap. And let's just say the engine, now I'm gonna clear the engine code. I'm gonna clear it. I haven't cleared it yet, but I'm gonna clear it and the check engine light will go off. And the reason I like to clear my codes and fix them fast, because if I'm driving around with a check engine light on and then something else goes wrong, I'll never know it because the light is already on. So I fix it and clear the light. So we're gonna put the gas cap on, clear the light. We're gonna test drive the car for about 30 minutes. And if it doesn't come back on, I've solved the problem. If it does come back on, there's a sensor back there. I don't know exactly where it's at, but it's some fuel sensor, and it will, that's probably what it is. And it costs 28 bucks or something, maybe 19. But we solved the check engine light, and we solved it for $19 because that's what we bought the reader for. Now, you know, a $3,000 or $4,000 code reader will tell me why this ABS sensor is on and the traction control. But I'm gonna tell you a little secret. Normally, when you see that traction light and the ABS on, this might surprise you, but you should check your wheel bearings. Because see, people will try to sell you a whole ABS system for $3,500. And normally when your wheel bearings wear out, what will happen is the wheel is now loose and it's moving around, and that sensor picks that up and it trips that light, and all it is. So it sounds kind of weird, but whenever I see ABS lights, the first thing I check is the wheel bearings, or nowadays they call it the wheel hub. It's a whole different, it's a big part now. It's not just a bearing, but it's okay. So I get down there and I take off both wheels, and I had to look at everything to inspect the suspension because I had to go and order a bunch of parts. And what I found is the guy who owned the car before me changed the axles. So he had to remove the bearings. And what he did, he forgot to plug in the ABS sensor, or he might have unplugged it on purpose because it kept coming on and he couldn't figure out that it's the wheel bearing that's triggering that light. So I checked the wheel bearings. There we go, focus. I checked the wheel bearings. The left front wheel bearing is shot. I checked the right front wheel bearing. They both got 168,000 miles on it. I figured both of them, they replace them like headlights, replace them in pairs. So what I did is I jacked the car up, and I'll show you on the next video how to check the wheel bearings. But I checked the wheel bearings to confirm that these lights were telling me what's wrong. These lights will tell you where the problem's at. But a lot of people don't, relate ABS and traction control to a wheel bearing or a wheel hub. So anyway, both wheel bearings are shot. I ordered the wheel bearings. They should be here today or tomorrow, hopefully by the weekend, so I can get. But we're gonna turn these lights off right now. We're gonna turn them off because I'm gonna tell you how. First of all, we're gonna clear this one with the code reader. All you gotta do is hit erase. That one goes off. And I'm gonna go down there and I'm gonna plug that sensor in. I'm gonna plug the sensor in, and I'm gonna see if this goes off. Look at all my junk in there. I'm moving, So I need a camera stand. I gotta get on Amazon and find me a camera stand. Let me see. But I'm gonna try to put the car. Let me see the ABS. No, it won't sit here. Let me see if it'll sit here. No, it won't sit here. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go plug the sensor back in, and these lights should go off. Hold on 1 second. Don't switch the channel. Stay here. Okay, we're back. Now, here's what I did. I plugged in the sensor, and even though it'll probably trigger it because the wheel bearings are loose until I change them, but it probably won't. But anyway, the ABS is off. All I did was plug a sensor in. That's why when you buy used cars, you got to go check other people's work, because somebody changed the axle and they didn't plug it back in, but it was still going to trigger anyway. Anyway, I put the new fuel cap on. The car is running as we sit here. See the RPM meter? And I cleared the check engine light. If it pops back on, my new reader will be here by the end, and it'll tell me all sorts of sophisticated stuff. But don't let a mechanic charge you for no diagnosis when basically, if you get you just this little $19 reader from Walmart, this thing saved me it basically saved me $280 plus $12 for the gas cap, and he probably would have charged me $50 for that. But what I'm saying is you can read these codes yourself, fix your car yourself. You know, we all get to limits. You know, like I work on my own house, but I'm not going to put a roof on my house. That's when I outsource the work. But save some money, and this works for any car. I've done this on a lot of different cars. But see, now look, yesterday I'm driving and my dashboard looked like a Christmas tree. You know, you've gotten people's cars and they went and bought them a Mercedes Benz. And then you get in the car and the whole dashboard got lights because it costs money to turn those lights off. A check engine light, you know, the average person, he got to spend money to turn that light off. And you can turn them off yourself a lot of times because, you know, you can't trust no mechanic to be honest with you sometimes when it's too easy for them to be honest. Sometimes I just try to keep honest people honest because sometimes things are too easy that even honest people just say, I gotta rip you. You know, a little light comes on and all it is a gas cap, but he can make $500 off of you. And see what I'm doing right now? The car, look at the temperature. It's sitting here. I checked out my AC. My AC is working great. This car sits here and idles at 900. It doesn't overheat. It's about 70 degrees outside. And, you know, I'm just constantly checking it. But finally, the $500 money, Carlo, I'm gonna turn it into a $500 daily driver, and we're gonna try to keep the budget under $1,200 total between the price of the car, all the parts I ordered. Like I just ordered, we got new front control arms coming. We're gonna do videos. We're gonna do a video on every restoration on this car, meaning, you know, when the struts come in, we're going to show you how to put the struts on. We're going to show you how to put the control on. I'm going to videotape all of it so you can just see it, meaning you can drive you a $500 car, man. This is a nice car for $500. And guess what? I don't have lights on all over the place. And I see the postman in the mirror. You see him back there? You see him? You see him? See the postman? That might be my parts, man. Might be my wheel bearings back there. See the postman? Postman, I gotta go. I got money. I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.